Hey, what is up, guys? It's your boy Speed. I gotta get a different intro for my second channel. I don't know why I have the same intro, but we're doing a draft analysis here between TSM and EG. This is game 3. Now, honestly, these videos don't pop off. There's just like not enough of a Dota audience that wants draft analysis. It's kind of for a very subsect of like Dota viewers. So if you were intrigued by this video topic, by the title, honestly, props to you. I think we have a lot in common, most likely, because, yeah, these videos are just different. It's just me talking about Dota information. There's not hype plays. It's not, nothing crazy's gonna happen. There's no 5-man echo slam to give you dopamine. That's not gonna happen. So let's talk about some Dota. Let's go over this draft. EG ends up winning this game in a relatively close match, a 36-minute match. Pretty good time, 27-25. Very, very close game. And overall, I felt like the best picks within this game is I thought Nightfall did very well this game. With crit, I think this lane is insanely good. I think Razor Mercy is one of the hardest lanes in Dota to lane into. They picked a Shaman, which I thought was cool. I'm not a huge fan of 5 Shaman usually, but I think it worked this game. The reason why I think it worked is 2 reasons. It's against the Puck, so you have a very clear Hex target. And number 2, which I guess I should cover this in the draft analysis. I'm kind of already spoiling the heroes or whatever, but I'll get into this. But yeah, that's kind of the point of the draft analysis. So TSM banning out the Viper. I believe EG won with it earlier in the series. EG banning out the Tiny. It's a very popular flex hero right now. You can put it as 4. You can put it as your position 4. Your offlaner. You can put it mid. I would say mid is the most common, then position 4. We see a Viper ban come out. This is Nightfall's like one of his best heroes. EG just loves picking like Marcy Viper, Tusk Viper. Funny enough, they banned out Tusk Viper. Another hero that's been seemingly doing quite well, the Tusk, getting banned out here. And then the Sniper ban from EG. Game 1, EG picked Sniper. Game and 1, I think. Yeah. And then game 2, TSM picked Sniper and 1. I have no idea. That I couldn't tell you. I really could not tell you. I don't know. But as we get ahead here, we got the Puck first pick. Basically one of the most meta heroes right now. It's honestly just a solid pick. And the reason why it sort of fits the meta is this hero, it's good against Zoo. It's good against split push, which is very popular right now. A lot of splitting the map has become the meta, if you know what I'm talking about. The mid laner will often sit mid. He'll farm mid in the small camp and maybe another camp, maybe some jungle camps here and there, maybe. The off laner will stay in his lane, safer laner will stay in his lane. So a hero like Puck is very nice for 2 reasons. Number 1, he likes this split the map meta. And number 2, he's not a BKB buyer, which is good because BKB was one of the most nerfed items of the patch. It's kind of nice for Puck because Puck loves when heroes don't have BKB, and he doesn't buy BKB himself, ever, basically. So it's nice. We see the Marcy Ember come out. Kind of interesting Marcy pick. The reason why I think it's interesting is I think one of the main benefits at a high level of Marcy as a hero is its ability to gank mid lane. If a hero walks into the river and you have a Marcy on your team, you just tell her, or she's watching, TV's in, hops, toss back, dead, right? Puck is one of the heroes that can get away from that. Even if you stun him, his orb will generally last long enough against low levels of Marcy stun for him to jaunt to it. So, and you can silence away as well. So it's really not like a great Marcy pick in that regard, but it's still just kind of a strong hero, you know? It still just is a really good in lane. Kind of almost thought they would maybe go Razor. Now, why the Ember Spirit? The reason why they picked Ember, it counters Puck. If you don't know why, to put it simply, Sleight of Fist against low armor heroes dumpsters them. Flame Guard at level 1 cannot be broken by Puck's Q. As a result, Ember shoves in the wave. Puck hates when heroes shove in the wave. It's very hard for Puck to last under the tower because of his meh attack animation. And the creep wave punching Puck is a big issue. No armor, low base movement speed, 290 Puck has, and he has like 1 armor. He just gets annihilated. So he really hates this matchup. On top of that, instant chains, a good way to catch the Puck, prevent him from blinking right away. Yeah, he can phase shift when chained, but it's still a good way to catch him. And so there's that. We can see the Dawnbreaker come out from TSM, clearly trying to play this high tempo draft. You coil, you follow up with Dawnbreaker ulti, you can kill the majority of targets. It's honestly a good counter to the Ember Spirit. And the reason why is I've played this matchup quite a few times where I'm playing the Puck against the Ember, I get counterpicked by a high MMR team. and whether or not it's in scrims, pubs, whatever, and you coil the Ember, but with Flame Guard, he's a little bit too tanky to kill alone, or even kill with a support often, especially if you're low on HP as the Puck. And so this Dawnbreaker gives you a core, if it's a core, gives you a core that can join in, cast his spells, her spells, and get the kill. So it's honestly a nice pick. It's also a very flexible laner, and it can be a support. So it's a nice pick here. Makes the lanes flexible, hard to counter pick. Like, Dawnbreaker's definitely a hard hero to counter pick, and so we'll see that come out. We see the... Okay, let's get into the bans. Quite interesting bans coming out in the second phase, you'll see. We see the Alk Sven. Sven was probably one of the craziest. I'm gonna skip through until we see all 6 of the bans. Void and... Beastmaster. Okay, so we see the Alk first off. I honestly think Alk is very good against Puck. A hero that can just insta-kill the Puck is really nice. Alk gets an early BKB, which is nice against the Puck. And honestly, Puck doesn't really pressure side lanes too well. Like, compared to a lot of other mid laners, Puck is really not good at invading lanes or, like, killing side lanes, which sounds weird because he has Dream Coil, but he's, like, very squishy, and he's probably not going to have a great lane against Ember, so he's really not going to be able to pressure this Alk. So I really like that ban. It's nice. They're clearly trying to ban out heroes that just carry the game. I don't really understand this Sven ban. I'm going to keep it real. I don't get it. I guess they're Puck counters, I think. They're all instant disable mids, safe laners. That's probably what they're going for. Clearly they think stuns counter Dawnbreaker. I think probably the biggest thing here as well is these are heroes that in the lane against Dawnbreaker cannot die to her because they can either stun her or they can hop away. So that's kind of a nice thing as well. Not only are these heroes pretty good against Puck, they're also very good against Dawnbreaker. Or okay against Dawnbreaker. I wouldn't say they're very good, but they're okay. You see the Shaman come out, clearly just a response to the Puck. These two heroes don't really catch Puck. Ember's okay, as we talked about. He's all right. Love this Chen pick. So the reason why Chen I think is so good here is a lot of the unit heroes got banned out. I will admit that I think for some teams they would pick Lycan here because, and the reason why is like basically you have very clear targets in team fights as a unit hero. You can chase Marcy, she has no AoE clear, proper AoE clear. Shaman can't deal with units. So this Chen hero against Shaman in lane, he sends a creep at Shaman. Shaman can't deal with it. Very straightforward lane clear laning stage. You're going to be able to bully out the Shaman in the mid game as well. If you scout out the Shaman, you can send creeps at him. Nothing he can do about it. Nothing he can do about it. And so it's a very nice one-on-one matchup. On top of that, you have very like chip damage, I would say, with these heroes. The Chen heal is quite nice against that. Clearly a bit of a healing strat going on as well. Pretty cool. We see the Monkey King come out, and I think the main reason why they picked Monkey King here is it could be their position 4, or it could be their safe laner. And the reason why it's a great pick in that regard is they have to pick a offlaner or a safe laner. An offlaner or a safe laner. If it's position 4, they have to be a little bit scared of a position 4 Monkey King doing well against certain safe laners. If it's position 1, you got to be very careful about picking, obviously, a lot of the offlaners that hate playing against Monkey King. So it's a nice flex pick here from TSM that kind of keeps their draft open. I think Monkey King is also really good with Puck. The reason why is you can play high tempo, kill heroes and side lanes together, and Dream Coil really enables Wukong's command extremely well. So it's really, really nice. Even Penitence in lane, Chen's Q, if he goes for it, is really good. We see the Razor come out from EG. Was a little bit skeptical when I first saw this pick. I think Puck is pretty good against Razor. Reason why is you can go on the Razor, force his BKB, drop him to half HP, force his BKB, and run away. And Razor's very BKB reliant. So there's that. Early game, you can kind of get on top of the Razor and prevent him from kiting in and out, which the hero needs to do. I don't really think Razor is that good against Dawnbreaker. I feel like early game, Dawnbreaker does enough magical damage to kill through the Viper. I don't think Razor's really good. I keep saying Viper, but Razor. Razor is good against Chen. I feel like Razor's kind of bad against units, actually. So they just believe in the hero. I think they just think this hero could be our safe laner. It could be our offlaner. It is a good flex pick in that regard for EG. It makes it a little bit unclear what their pick is going to be. By the way, in terms of bans, what we saw here is an Ench Visage Beast, clearly just trying to ban out the unit heroes that destroy this Marcy and the eventual Shaman pick. They probably knew they wanted to pick the Shaman, so you want to ban out Ench, Visage Beast, heroes that just dump on Shaman. They're good against Marcy as well. They're fine against Ember. Honestly, Ember's not really good against Visage, in my opinion. It's quite a bad matchup. You just don't really threaten him. I don't really think you threaten Beastmaster as well. You don't threaten Ench, so I really like those bans from EG. I didn't cover them, so I want to cover them. Really nice bans. The Razor pick I was skeptical about, though. I will admit, a little bit skeptical. For our final bans from TSM, we have the Medusa ban. Clearly just trying to, I don't know, just pick carries that don't die to these heroes. At some point in the game, it's very hard for these heroes to kill Medusa, except Monkey King, but they don't have a hard late-game stun yet, so it's very hard to keep a Medusa in Wukong, so I like the Medusa ban. I think it's reasonable. It also doesn't necessarily feed the Dawnbreaker that hard, depending on if your 5 can cancel Dawnbreaker's Q, which Shaman can, so I think it's a reasonable ban. From there, we see a Timber ban from TSM. Okay, so they thought it could potentially be the Razor safe lane, and then, right, they're banning out the Timber, fearing that EG could counterpick whatever they're going to pick here. I don't know what they're going to pick. I guess we'll see in a second. I forget. But they would counterpick what they pick here with the Timber. And, yeah, at some point in the game, these heroes kind of lack damage. Chen falls off mid-game. Dawnbreaker kind of actually falls off mid-game. Puck does a very set amount of damage mid-game until he, like, gets strong enough where he can kite in and out easier with, like, Kaya, Sunshine, Octarine. The same thing with Monkey King. It's not a hero that really pumps out damage until he's, like, okay, depending on the circumstance, but a lot of the time he can't really go on the Timber. So I think they were definitely afraid of that, and I think they probably wanted the Monkey King as the position 4 rather than safe lane. So like the bans, we see the Prophet and the TB come out, clearly signifying that EG wants this as a Razor safe lane, off lane, sorry, not as a safe lane, as an off lane. And the reason why is Razor offlane does not like units, so he doesn't like TB illusions, he doesn't like TB meta in particular. TB is one of those heroes that can bully out Razor very hard during level 1, level 2. Even when Razor links TB, honestly, if TB has an illusion and he clicks meta when Razor links him, Razor will lose the trade most of the time. It's not good. TB has way too high of armor to really worry about a couple of autos from a Razor. Even if he's stealing damage, it's not a problem. So I love the TB ban. Same thing kind of for the Furion. It just counters Razor. It dumps on Shaman and lane. It's not really good against Marcy, I will admit. I actually think the Furion safe lane can kind of feed to Marcy. So maybe they could have left it in. It's still good against Razor. Like, you really don't want to play Razor against Furion. It's okay mid game, but even late game, it's kind of rough when he gets like Sprout. You can kind of just get chain sprouted during your BKB. It's not very fun. It's not very fun. You see the CK come out, so doubling down on unit heroes, I get it, right? I get why TSM kind of picks this hero. It's good against Razor in lane. As a safe laner, it beats Razor. It's a unit hero that Razor cannot deal with. Razor hates Phantasm. Shaman hates Phantasm. Ember is like not great against Phantasm. Like, what do you Sleight of Fist and Flame Guard and Remnants? It's like, you can't really Remnant on a CK. You're just going to die. You're going to get coiled. Sleight of Fist is not that much damage to the illusions. Chains is pretty good, I will admit that. So there's that. This is not terrible. Obviously, EG ends up winning this game, but it's also pretty good against Marcy because you can stun her when she's hopping in, so you can kind of counter that out. And, yeah, they don't really have good unit clear. They just don't. So it's kind of another good reason for EG to ban these heroes. They don't deal with them well. They need to ban out the illusion heroes. Even a Naga could have came out here. I could have seen that. Maybe they could have went for Naga. It's not very good against Ember. It's definitely worse than TB is because Naga's kind of just like slower, so she struggles against the slide a bit more, like the Maelstrom slide, because of her low mobility. But, you know, she does have the net. It could have been a good Naga game. I'm not a huge fan of that hero, but if they were going to pick it, this would be a game to do it. We see the CK, though. I like the CK pick a lot here. Yeah, I just think it's good. I think it fits the tempo. High tempo draft. Good response to the Razor. Unit, lack of unit heroes to deal with units. And we're going to see a Troll last pick from EG. So the reason why they picked the Troll, I believe, is it helps deal with the units. Helps deal with the Phantasm. Just mischance. You can't buy BKB on the creeps. On the Phantasm. So it's good against that. It's a hero that lanes well against Monkey King position 4, which it is. It lanes very well against Monkey King position 4. Monkey King can kind of bully a lot of heroes. You can't really walk up to a Troll. You're going to get slowed and kited. It lanes well, relatively well against Dawnbreaker. It can get jumped and die, but compared to a lot of safe laners, it lanes well. I would say it has a pretty good matchup against CK. Honestly, a lot of heroes' carries have a hard time getting through CK's HP. If a Troll ulties and gets on top of the real one, he'll kill the CK. He'll kill him. I've seen it play out quite a few times now. He'll kill him. I will say I'm very skeptical of Troll as a hero. However, I think the BKB Troll timing is a good one. They don't have a good way to deal with the BKB timing. They can stun him a lot, though, and they could chain stun him. but it's a good lane matchup. It lanes well with Shaman, because when you pick Shaman, a big issue with Shaman is he'll get gone on by this Monkey King and this Dawnbreaker, and if you're safe laner, right, because it's a very heavy kill lane, if your safe laner is a very passive hero, the Shaman's going to feed. He's going to have no plays to make. He's not going to be able to shackle anyone. With the Troll coming into play here, he's going to be able to provide the mischance, which is going to enable the Shaman to get off a full duration shackle, right? And just basically enable the Shaman to play aggressive, play with the shackles, play with his high base damage, and go that route. So I like this pick. It's also sort of a frontliner, which they kind of needed. The Troll, that is. And so, yeah, good draft from both sides. I totally see where both of them are coming from with their strategy. EG ended up pulling ahead, but I would say both drafts I was impressed by. I felt like they addressed each other's drafts very well. And yeah, I think the big thing that EG had going for them in this game was a favorable mid matchup. And then if they can enable this Razor, he can pop off. Because the BKB timing is a very key timing for EG. And I think that ended up playing out this game. But all right, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this draft analysis. Whew! Damn, that was a lot of talking in a row. I'm like realizing I'm getting tired. I'm like about to yawn or something, because it's quite a bit of talking. But hopefully you guys learned a lot. Hopefully you enjoyed this draft analysis between TSM and EG. I love doing these. I love talking about drafts. I love learning about drafts. So make sure you smash the like button if you enjoyed. If you watched to the end, comment. I want to do this in more videos. So I always love it. I don't know. If you made it to the end of the video, comment something along the lines of BKB. I feel like that was the theme of the end of the video. But all right, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.